welcome. My name is Jocelyn and today we finally have my July beauty budget update. These are the things that I bought, the things that I wanted to buy, the things I didn't buy, my thoughts on makeup items kind of things for the month of July. This is getting up a little bit later in August than I would have liked, but things happened and other videos needed to go up first, so we're finally doing this. I do have a few items that I purchased last month that I wanted to talk about. I do have some things that I was sent that are beauty, makeup, skincare, that kind of thing related that I thought I would touch on. Some of the things you've seen on my channel already, so I'll only spend a little bit of time on those. And then some of them I have not talked about yet on my channel, but I have been loving, so I thought I'd talk about those ones a little bit more, and I did get them last month. And then I have one thing that I really wanted to buy and actually almost bought, but I'm kind of glad I didn't buy yet. You'll see why. And then I have just kind of some general thoughts about makeup buying, beauty, skincare kind of things buying that I thought I'd just chat about. But I think I'm going to save that part for last. Let's talk about the things that I did buy first. I have a certain amount of money that I allot myself for fun spending every month. And although I've been kind of talking about everything that I've bought, I just don't really love doing that. Not that I mind sharing with you all of the things that I bought and everywhere that I spent my money. I just don't think it's that interesting. But I am going to talk about the things that I do think are interesting, the things that I think you might appreciate hearing about or want to hear about or something like that, especially item things. Let's go ahead and talk about that first. So again, I am on a sort of budget. I'm allowing myself a certain amount of play money that goes towards makeup, skincare, body care items, stuff for me, books, all of that kind of jazz. And so first and foremost, the first two things that I bought were not makeup or beauty related. I actually bought a new band for my Apple Watch. I got my Apple Watch for my birthday in June. So it came with a band that I didn't like at all. And then I bought a band that was a little too flashy. It was a very bright pastel blue that I liked, but it was a little bit too flashy. I just didn't like the way it looked. It wasn't an everyday kind of band like this one is, and this is the one that I bought. I just bought it on Amazon. It's a nice kind of muted pink color, and it's an actual like watch band, so it has all of the little notches so you can make it a lot bigger or a lot smaller. It's a little more customizable. So I did buy this. I think it was, I rounded up $16. And then I also previously had a cover that was really bulky. It covered the entire watch, and I just didn't like the way it looked. It just really took away a lot of the aesthetic appeal of the Apple Watch. And so I ended up getting rid of that, and I ended up buying a cover that just goes over the face of the watch, which is the most vulnerable part. It wasn't too hard to put on. I did have to look up the instructions, and it comes with 8 little covers. So this one's already kind of peeled up a little bit. It was my first time putting it on, so I'm not an expert yet, but I do need to peel this one off and put a new one on. But those were only $9. So I got 8 little thingies for $9. So that was a very well worth investment for my Apple Watch, and I've really been loving this band right here. It's easy to take off, to put it back on. It's a nice, sleek looking band, and it's also smaller. It's not as wide as my previous one was, so I like that it doesn't take up as much surface area on my wrist. So those were the first things that I bought. Maybe not too exciting, but I did buy these and I am enjoying them a lot. Next, I did buy one makeup item for myself last month, and it was a waterproof mascara. I spent a lot of time at the lake and just in bodies of water, and you know, you don't want mascara running down your face. So I decided to go out and pick up a drugstore cruelty-free mascara, and this is the one that I had landed on. It's the CoverGirl LashBlast Volume Hydrofuse waterproof mascara. I didn't really love this. I kind of in the end decided that I'd rather just not wear waterproof mascara at all and not wear any mascara if I'm going out to the lake, just because it's such a pain in the butt to take off, and I'm already going to the lake to like get wet and like look like a wet dog, so why bother putting on makeup at all? I didn't really love this. It had good reviews when I looked it up. I don't think I really like the wand on it. It wasn't my favorite. I think it was about $8 just in the drugstore, so didn't really love it, wouldn't repurchase, but I did buy it, and I'm going to use it for the rest of the summer if I find myself in a situation where I'm going to be out in the water and getting my face wet, but want to have a little something something. Oh, and then I had one kind of big purchase, but it wasn't like an item purchase. It was a servicing purchase. As I mentioned, I spent a lot of time in bodies of water this last month, wearing a bathing suit, this last month, and I also went camping, so I was in the woods without much access to I mean, we had showers up there, but it was kind of like you get in, you wash, you get out. And I wanted to not have to worry so much about my grooming whilst up there, so I opted to have a hair removal service done, and it was quite nice. I really enjoyed it. It was not outrageously expensive, but it did take a chunk of my budget out. But again, I budgeted for it. I made that decision and I was very happy with it. So I'm not going to go too in depth about what I had exactly done, just because it might be a little bit TMI, but for anybody who is curious, I got sugared, which is a more eco-conscious, kind of less painful, more hygienic style of hair removal, and I really liked it. I would highly recommend that you check it out if you'd like to. It's a little bit different than the usual waxing type of service because it's done with a sugar type of paste, so again, it is more green friendly, if you will. So yeah, I had that done. I'm not gonna really talk too much about price because I feel like that's kind of weird. I don't know why am I getting uncomfortable, I don't know, but yeah, I had that done. So I did eat up a little bit of my budget, but it was worth it. It was worth it to me. I liked it. Liked having it done. And that was actually it. Those were all of the things that I kind of bought, the big things from my budget. I did buy some coffees, so those got taken out, and I did end up at the end of the month with a little bit extra cushion. So I had some money left over in going into the month of August, which was cool. Not too bad. I only bought the one makeup item because I felt like I wanted and needed a waterproof mascara in my life. Turns out, didn't really need it, didn't really use it too much. Do I regret it? Not really, because I learned something from buying that. And with that being said, let's move into some of the things that I was sent. I actually was sent kind of a lot of things this last month. They're all makeup, beauty, skincare related. So let's go ahead and get out of the way real fast the things that I've already talked about on my channel. I'm pretty sure I didn't talk about this in my last update because I'm almost positive that I got this during the month of July, and it is the PUR 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Long Wear Foundation and Concealer. I liked it. It was fine. Didn't love it. I think that it is a lot better suited for normal to dry skin, not so much oily skin for me personally. I know some people have different preferences. I think that this did look good on my skin. It just didn't wear as good as some of my other foundations have worn before. So I'm actually going to be passing this along to one of my friends who has combo dry skin. I'm pretty sure that's what she has. I know she doesn't have oily skin. So Paige is actually getting this. She just hasn't come to get it yet, so I can still show it in this video. Hopefully she comes and gets it soon though, because I think that she could really like this. I think that she could. I'm interested to see what she thinks about it because I know Raw Beauty Christie really likes this foundation and it has a lot of really good reviews. I just didn't love it for my skin type. But I did get this for free from Audrey, so I wanted to just kind of touch on it. I did do a couple of like wear tests, not wear tests, but I did wear it in a couple tutorials this last month, so I've already talked quite at length about it. This is $36, has 100 foundation shades, which is incredible, and has a bunch of skincare benefits in it too. So I talked about this at length already, so we're gonna go ahead and put that one to the side. The other two things that I've talked at length about, so again, I won't spend very much time on them, is these two TULA probiotic skincare products. I have the Purifying face cleanser and the So Polished exfoliating sugar scrub. I really like this brand, and I really like these two products right here. I got these again for free from Audrey for review, and I've been using these like every single week. Often. I did use this for about like 25 days, every single day, sometimes morning and night, and really liked it. I like the way it foams, I like the way it smells, and this is $28. Moving on to the exfoliating sugar scrub. I really like this stuff. I talked at length about this. I don't remember which video. Oh, it was in my favorites video recently because these became some of my favorite products that I was loving recently, and this especially was very unique. It's a scrub, but it's not super aggressive on the skin. It has sugar in it. It also has pineapple and papaya and probiotics in it, but the sugar is what gives it that exfoliating factor, and the sugar dissolves as you rub it into the skin, and it goes from a light exfoliation to almost like nothing. So it's really gentle on the skin. If you have issues with exfoliating products, this might be a really good option for you. This is a little bit more expensive. It is $32, but I really enjoy this, and I really like this brand. Definitely a good brand in my humble opinion. All right, and the last skincare product, the last thing from Audrey that I think I think the last thing from Octoly. Yes, the last thing from Octoly is an eye makeup remover. It's a product by First Aid Beauty. It is the Pure Skin Conditioning Eye Makeup Remover. So I use like several different cleansers on my face every day. I use usually an oil-based eye makeup remover cleanser for all of my eye makeup, just because I find that this works the best for removing eye makeup. And then I use a cleansing balm for the rest of my face, and then an actual cleanser like this one right here to really like deep clean. And I have a Foreo, so I use a cleanser with my Foreo. I was really excited because I was using my cleansing balm for a little while to take my eye makeup remover off and my skin. I apologize if you can hear the rain. It's just like randomly raining. It's been super hot here, like 98 degrees, and suddenly it is now 74 degrees and there's a thunderstorm outside, so that's great. It doesn't bother me when I'm watching videos, but just in case there's someone out there who is like, oh, how dare you film during a storm, I apologize. So this, I was really excited when this popped up on my Octoly store because I love trying new eye makeup removers. The one that I used to use years ago by Neutrogena was my absolute favorite, and I've never found something just quite like that one. And so I love trying new ones, and I like First Aid Beauty a lot, so I have been using this quite a bit. Oh, you can see here, this is where we're down to. I have been using this every single day and I like it. It's good. I think that it's really gentle on the eyes, and I don't feel like I have like an oily residue or anything like that left over once I've used it to take my eye makeup off, so I don't have to go in with like a washcloth and re-wipe after I've used this. This is $18. I have been using the Paula's Choice eye makeup remover, which is I think about $13 or $14, and I don't know, I feel like they do a very similar job at taking off the makeup. I think that this one does leave the eyes and the lashes and all of that feeling a little bit better, a little bit more soothed and conditioned than the Paula's Choice one. And the more I'm talking about it, the more I'm liking this one, but there is like a $4 to $5 difference, so that's like a coffee drink, right? So I like this, I enjoy this, I think this is really good for the eyes, it feels good on the skin, and it's effective. Those are my thoughts. Do I think it's better than some of the ones I've tried? Absolutely. Is it my favorite? TBD, to be determined. We'll see. Once I use it all the way up, I'll have a better review for you. But so far, I'm really enjoying this, and it's definitely gonna get used up because I really like it. So I did get a few more things. They were not from Octoly though, and I'm pretty excited about them. And I actually have a little bit of footage of me using these products that I'm going to be inserting. I applied for the Sigma affiliate program, which was cool. Didn't get accepted, which is totally fine. I kind of didn't expect to. It was my very first time applying. I'm still a pretty small creator, so I wasn't accepted, but that was totally fine. I will reapply in however long. But they asked me essentially to apply for their sister brand. I don't think it's an affiliate program. I don't have any kind of affiliate code or anything like that, but they asked me to fill out another form to be sent some products from their sister brand, which is Prackt, P-R-A-C-K-T, Prackt. And it's kind of a less expensive version of Sigma products, and they offered to, if I applied and was accepted, send me some brush cleaning products and one of their brushes from the sister brand. So the sister brand, again, is very similar to Sigma brand brushes and all of that stuff, but it's a little bit less expensive, which means it's probably not as good quality, but it's still good quality, and it's from a good brand. Sigma is a great brand. So I was accepted, which was very exciting, and let me show you what I used to be cleaning my brushes with every single, you know, week, about once a week. Okay, that's being generous. Once every 2 weeks or so. Not very often, not often enough, certainly. I would clean my brushes with something like this right here. This is the e.l.f. solid sponge. Oh, this is a sponge cleaner. Well, I use this for my brushes. I was using the Sephora brand one, but the Sephora brand isn't cruelty free, so I had bought this little e.l.f. cleanser. It works okay, but it actually doesn't work that good. It works okay. It makes me kind of uncomfortable to wash my brushes with a black cleanser, but I did take out this little thing that was in the Sephora brand brush cleaner, and I just would swirl my brush in this and then put it onto this and kind of swirl it around and then clean my brushes this way. But it was kind of a pain in the butt, honestly. It was a miserable experience and I hated doing it. My back always hurt by the end of it. But now I have something a little bit easier to use, a little bit more fun, and again, I have some footage to insert to show you exactly how these work. But Sigma / Prackt sent me a couple of different products to use to clean my brushes, and they're decently affordable, I think. First and foremost, I was sent this bad boy right here. This is the Prackt patent pending Palmat, because it's meant for your palm. So I'm gonna insert some footage here, but basically what it is it's a brush cleaner, and you can either put it around your hand, which is how I like to use it the best. So you take it, you kind of pinch it together, and then you put it onto your hand, and then you can rub your brush into your palm on this little palm mat and clean your brushes. So it's really, really great. I think it's super effective, super easy to use. You have all of these different textures on it to clean your brushes effectively, and it works really well. The other way that you can use it is to take it apart and lie it flat in your sink so that it kind of fits around the opening in the bottom of your sink, and the residue just kind of goes directly down the sink after you cleaned your brushes. So there's those two different ways to clean your brushes using this right here. They have this not just in this blue teal color, but they also have it in a green and a purple, and they all retail for $9.95, which I think is not too bad at all. I love this thing and will use it until it rips apart, which I kind of doubt that it will, because it seems like pretty good like silicone material. Honestly, it made washing my brushes 10 times easier. They also sent along with these products the Prackt Concealer Brush. So this is very similar again to the regular Sigma brushes. This brush right here is only $8, which I think is great. I love this. It's super soft. It's got a really, really nice tip on it, and then it works perfectly for kind of blending in those imperfection areas. So if you dot some concealer and then you can blend it in. I've also used it under my eye. Works great. I will definitely be looking into buying more Prackt products, especially the brushes, because again, they're a little bit less expensive than regular Sigma brushes. I'm pretty sure $8 is pretty reasonable. So, and then the last thing, I don't know, I'm pretty excited about all of these products, but I'm kind of extra excited about this. So I showed you what I was using before, this little thing right here. Well, apparently Sigma has what's called the SigMagic Scrub, and it has these little suctions on the side to suction to the side of your sink. And then on the inside, it has a cleanser. So you just rub your brush directly inside of this, and then it deposits the cleanser right onto your brush. And then you can take your brush and rub it onto the palm mat, and it cleans your brushes really well. Super easy. I really like this cleanser in here. I'm not sure how long this is going to last. I have used it through 2 entire full cleansing cycles of my brushes, and there's still quite a bit of product in here. So I'll have to remember to throw it into my empties bin to update you on how long it lasted for me. But I really, really liked this. And then this was $19. So the most expensive thing out of everything that they sent me. But interesting, this is a Sigma product and the other 2 are Prackt products. So this was the most expensive. So Prackt is definitely the less expensive alternative to Sigma. Those are all of the things that I was sent recently, and I'm so thankful, and I'm pretty excited that I was able to share these things with you. All right, so those are all of the things that were sent to me and that I bought this last month. Quite a decent haul here of things that were sent to me. I think that the month before I didn't have anything that was sent to me, and then this last month I had kind of a lot, which I hope nobody minds. Oh, I almost forgot. The one thing that I was like this close, I was so close to buying, was a palette. And it was a palette by an indie brand, and it was the Affinity 2 palette by Certifye, which is their blue-green palette. Beautiful, beautiful palette. And I was literally on the site ready to buy it, and it was sold out. So I didn't buy it. It's a $32 palette. It is on their site now, but I'm not going to be buying it, at least right now. I think that probably eventually I'll buy it, unless they come out with a different one that I'm more interested in. But I was literally this close to buying it, and I think I would have still liked it. I think I still would have had a lot of fun having it, because I don't have a palette like that already, and it's from an indie brand, which I'm trying to be more supportive of. However, I really, really, really want to and will be making a Sydney Grace order here pretty soon. I think I'm kind of angry with myself because they just had their Christmas in July sale where all of their single shadows were really, really on sale, and I completely missed it by like a week. And so that sucked, but I will be making a really big Sydney Grace order. I've heard non-stop great things about that brand and about those shadows, and they have some really beautiful shades on there, and so I will be making an order from there. And so I'm kind of glad that I didn't buy the Affinity 2 palette just because I think I'm going to be picking up a lot of blue-green shadows from Sydney Grace. And so I don't know, I'm just kind of, it's kind of, I don't know. I would have been happy with it, but I'm also a little bit glad that that I didn't get it. And that was the only thing that I really wanted last month that I ended up not getting, and literally nothing else really caught my eye. This is kind of segueing into the kind of thoughts on makeup purchases and beauty purchases, and I feel like, and maybe it's just because I've been so busy and preoccupied with other things in my life recently, but I just haven't felt like I wanted to buy anything. There's nothing that's come out that I've been obsessing over, or that I've been like, oh my god, I really, really want that, and then thought about it and tried to figure out how I could work it into my budget. There's nothing that's been like that, and I used to think about stuff like that all of the time, but nothing. There's just been nothing, which is kind of cool. I do kind of miss it sometimes because, you know, I would feel that excitement about a certain product or a certain launch, but I've just kind of not been like that. I don't really mind. It does make me a tiny bit sad, but again, it's just kind of like, oh, well, all right. And I think a part of that is just having a budget and knowing that this is the money I have to spend, and realizing what's worth it and what's not worth it. And also, I've just been project panning and shopping my stash and not buying so many things, that I'm finding value in the things that I already have. And it's fun to me to be able to use and get use out of a lot of the stuff that I've been neglecting. Like a lot of palettes, like I've got my palette thing back here. I've been using a lot of stuff that has just been sitting in my collection, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I was constantly getting a bunch of new things and buying a bunch of new things. And then I think I would have kind of that guilt that I was buying all these new things but had all of these things that I wasn't really getting too much use out of. So I don't know, those are just kind of some of my thoughts and my feelings and sensations recently that I kind of wanted to share with you. I kind of think that's probably it that I wanted to touch on. I hope that you enjoyed this video and my budget update for the month of July, going up basically the middle of August. So I hope that you enjoyed. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to subscribe for more content from me, don't forget to do so before you go. All buttons are down below. And I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.